What's up everybody, it's knife review time once again. Please excuse my voice, I'm a little bit sick and I'll try to keep this short and sweet as always, but I probably will have more to say in this video than I planned to originally. So this video is about the Buck 397 Omni Hunter folder. This is the large one. Comes in a very nice nylon sheath. It's soft on the inside and it only fits in there like this. You cannot put it in any other way, it won't fit. Has a very tight and secure snap button, and the big deal for me was when I got it was that I can carry it horizontally on my belt, so it doesn't create even more bulk, and it slims down my profile. That is large. So I don't like to carry my stuff vertically. I don't carry my sheaths vertically, let's just say that, I heard it. So to the knife, I removed the thumb stud, as you can see. And that is because of legality issues. But good thing is there's still a lot of blade to grab. And there we have issue number 1. Quite soft detent, if you can call it detent. It is a backlog, but not much there that holds the blade in. Opening it feels kind of gritty. The snap is really nice. The blade is a lot thinner than you would expect from a wide blade like this, from a big blade like this. You have the slightest bit of up and down play. I would think that comes from the rather poor execution of the backlog. It snaps in very positively though. To the grind of the blade, hollow ground. It is a recurve with a lot of belly, a secondary bevel. The edge itself isn't ground perfectly, it's not as wide here as it is here, and here it's getting thinner again. But overall it is very thin behind the edge, it slices paper very easily. I haven't used this blade much. I probably haven't used it at all besides paper cutting. So this is still factory edge. So it comes sharp. That's a good thing. So what else is bad about this blade? Oh, so much. So much is bad about this blade. The handle is promoted to be so lightweight, which is a good thing, right? No, not in this case. This is a big blade. It is supposed to do big tasks. And you have a handle that doesn't only flex, it doesn't have any liners whatsoever, so this can really easily break on you. This is just a very cheap handle. This feels nothing like quality at all that I'm used from Buck. I will compare it to other blades in just a minute here. I had to cut off with a knife because I don't have any other tools. With sandpaper it doesn't work because this is some kind of plastic that is also has some rubbery properties to it. I don't know, it's kind of sticky, so I had to cut off the inside sharp bevels here just to smoothen them out. It was very sharp, and these portions here were even raised, so they would cut into your hand as you were grabbing it. Very unpleasant, very uncomfortable. What else did I modify? Let me just see. I haven't used this blade a lot, it's been sitting in the drawer. You can of course grab it here in this finger choil. I find this completely useless with a folding knife. The grip itself, it's okay. If the handle weren't so cheap and so sharp here, If this were a thicker grip, I think the fixed blade model is a really good knife. It is anything like the Bucklight Max. This is the small one, and this one I modified also. I took off this choil here, but I think this model as the fixed blade would be a lot better. I do not own it. I do not care to own it. I have other blades like this. Kershaw will be reviewed in a couple of minutes. So the jimping on top, it is a much skinnier blade that I would have expected. I already told you that. Should be thicker. For the tasks it should do, it just should be thicker, I think. This is a folding hunter, you know, hunting knife. I don't know, man. I don't know if I would carry this to skin an animal with. I really do not know if I would carry this. There are so many other options and better options out there. This is the first, no, not the first, but one of the few buck knives that I really do not like. I really do not like this knife. So here you have a complete view, and I'm gonna grab into my drawer. There's another buck knife that I absolutely do not like. This is the Buck. What is it called? Jesus, I'm drawing a blank here. But problem with this is basically this. Yeah. Very, very poor lockup. This one has good lockup. It's a backlog and it has good lockup. The other one doesn't. I think it's called BHW. Yes, BHW. Buck BHW. But I don't have much more to say about this knife. When you had the thumb stud on it, you could deploy it like this. In the speed, you could not really flick it. It is a backlog again. Pin construction, you could adjust the pivot if it wasn't tightened as much. Well, I think there's Loctite and there is some kind of glue. Blade centering doesn't really matter because the handle doesn't have any scales. It's just the rubber plastic thing, and it's tightly between there. Yeah, that's it. It's not recommended. Definitely not. It's big. It cannot perform the tasks that it is built to do, simply because of the construction of the materials used. The sheath is very nice. I tried to carry it. Well, I actually did carry it. It goes in like that. But I found it very uncomfortable because in this dimension it creates a lot of bulk. And this is a multi-tool sheath, and in there is a Leatherman Wingman. I do not carry this a lot because I have a Victorinox Swiss Tool CS Plus. But just look at the dimensions in bulk. Alright. This is my favorite buck knife. Folding buck knife. The 110 Ecolite. This is such a fantastic blade. Highly recommended. Comes in a fantastic sheath. Good snap button. Horizontal carry option. And look at the sizes. This actually doesn't look a lot slimmer, but it is, believe me. It really is. So, let's just weigh this sucker for a second. Well, we're gonna do it in grams. It's already running 9 minutes. 140 grams, naked, with the sheath. 172. Open it up. Blade length, I'm gonna do in inches for you guys. You're welcome. 3.5 inches cutting edge, and overall blade length is 4 inches. So overall length, well, let's give you that as well, 9.5 inches. This is not a knife you should purchase for all the reasons I just told you. Thanks for tuning in though, I really appreciate it. Hope you have a good night. Roll Tide, y'all.